by 11:44, that curtain was pulled open, where we saw ADC Director Wendy Kelly was standing above Inmate Lee, asking him if he had any last words. He appeared and he was just looking, staring up, blinking, was not responding. She asked him again, "Lee, do you have any last words?" And he did not comment, did not ask. And that the injection started at 11:45. That is when his eyes kind of started to drift and they were still half open. There were 2 IV bags. There was an IV in each arm. He was already laid out on the table with IVs in his arms when we arrived before they pulled that curtain there. He was strapped down. He had a white sheet on him. All we could see was his head that was also strapped and his arms, but the white sheet pretty much covered him up to here. But when the consciousness check happened, it was a little bit of shaking of the head, checking the eyelashes like this. He also touched his eyeballs and then checked his sternum, chest area, if you will, around here. The fingers remained upright the entire time. At 11:51, it was hard to see if he was still swallowing or not. By 11:54, it was still questionable whether he was still breathing or not. Another head check came, and consciousness check. He listened and bent down for breathing by the nose. Then he checked with a stethoscope there, and that was around 11:55. And then he called out, and a coroner came in at 11:56 and pronounced Inmate Lee deceased at 11:56. And so it took a total of 11 minutes from the time the injection started at 11:45 to when he was pronounced dead at 11:56.
I spoke to the governor shortly after the execution. He was somber. He had a message to the media in the media room, and that was that it is a somber night all across Arkansas, and that this is a responsibility he doesn't take lightly, and it's one of the most grave things he'll ever have to do. And it's a night of reflection, but in the end, we know the right thing was done tonight, and more importantly, justice for the first time since 1993 for Deborah Reese's family.